Okay, so in this video, we'll be looking at how to make your SquareSpace site responsive. So we may have encountered this issue where on the desktop version of the site, it looks really nice. We have some text on one side, on the left side, and an image over on the right. But then when we switch over and view it from a mobile device, it looks like this, where all the text is at the top and the image can barely be seen. It's below the text. And we want the order to be changed, where the image shows at the top and the text shows at the bottom, but only on the mobile device. So I've already made that change here. So just to show you how that works, on the desktop version, it looks like this, text on the left, image on the right. But then when we switch over to our mobile version of the site, we have the image at the top and the text right below. So how do we get that done? So the first step, we're going to switch back over to our desktop view just because it's going to be easier to kind of navigate. You're going to right click anywhere on the first column and go to inspect. And this inspect option will be available both on Firefox as well as Google Chrome. Now you notice when you hover over the selected section in your inspect element, in your inspector, it'll highlight what you kind of hovered over on the screen, just like that. So you're going to want to move up in your inspector across these elements, and you're looking for the div element that covers both columns. So this isn't it because we just have one item selected, the left column, so I'm going to collapse that. It isn't this either. We're still on the left element. Same thing here. And let's see, this selects just the left element, this one selects both of them. So this is the element that we're looking for, the one just above the one that the div element, right above the div element that selects the left item, but it covers both. So this is the div here that we want, and we're going to double click in the class field like this, and we're going to copy this because we're going to use it. So I'm going to right click, copy this, and I'm going to put a dot in front because it's a class element. And we also want the class for the image. So if you've been collapsing everything all along, the element of course right below will be for the left column, and right below that, assuming everything's collapsed, this will be for the right element. So we're going to double click here as well and get the class for this item. This is for your right column. We need to use that as well. Alright, so I'm going to close the inspector and we're going to head into design and then custom CSS. And here we're going to add some custom CSS code to be able to have our site look really nice on mobile view. So I'm going to switch over to the mobile view so we can see those changes happening real time. Okay, so the changes that we make, we only want them to apply for mobile websites. So we're going to use the media element for that. And with most SquareSpace sites, that media, the mobile view starts at a max width of 767 pixels. So we're gonna add all of our CSS within these brackets, which means only apply when the screen size is at 767 or less than 767 pixels. So next, we're going to grab this this class that's being used for the image container, and we're gonna just join these together using the dot wherever there's a space, And we need to set a height on the image, because without that the image just won't show. So I'm going to give it 250 pixels, but of course you can always, kind of play around with this height and see what works best for your site. And next we're going to grab the class that covers both columns, this one and this one as well. So again, wherever there's a space, just replace that with a dot, add our curly brackets, and here we're going to add a couple of things. First, we're going to switch the display to flats, and then we're going to set the flex wrap to wrap. That means, keep it in kind of like a a row style, this being one row, this being another row. And then most importantly, we're going to reverse the order using flex direction, column, reverse. And there's not much padding between the text and the edge of the page, so for that we're also going to add some padding. So I'm going to add 0.40 pixels, so that's going to put 40 pixels on either side, well maybe 30. Perfect. Good. So once that's done, we just save, and that's it. On the mobile view of the website, our site looks like this, where there's text on the left and image on the right. But then on the mobile view, our image is at the top and the text is beneath, which is perfect. Thanks for watching. If you really like this content, please don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe.